McGeeTV.
Hi, welcome to For the Love of Games. I'm Mike. Today I'm going to be interviewing Evan Steinwender. He is the other half of McGeeTV. So, alright Evan, what is the first video game you remember playing?
GoldenEye, Nintendo 64. Played that game. Oh my god, I played that game so much. I didn't even really know much about video games. But I remember we had the Nintendo 64 at my dad's apartment, and I played the heck out of some GoldenEye. That's the first one I can remember. That and Mario 64.
What did you think of that controller?
I mean, at the time I was a kid, so it was just like it was a controller. Now I look back, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. It sucks.
Most people remember that as the most unergonomic controller on the planet.
Yeah, that sucked. I played a lot of Star Wars Shadows of the Empire too. That was another one.
I played that one like way after, and I couldn't get into it. Like, maybe it was because of the controller.
I mean, the controls are terrible. If you go back and look at it now, it sucks. It's terrible.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. You know, at the time, it would have been like
Star Wars fanboy.
Oh heck yeah!
To this day.
Oh yeah. Dark Force is what I like.
I played that too. I had it on the PC, but there was no sound on it.
Oh.
On our PC, so we couldn't get it to work.
I'm thinking about like going back and playing that again, just for the heck of it.
Well, they had it released on the PS1 too. I had it on the PS1, but
I do too.
I was so young. I mean, I couldn't really figure out what the heck I was doing.
That's a rare thing to find, like a PS1 shooter, first-person shooter that's like really good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to our next question. Are you a console gamer or are you part of the PC master race?
I don't know which one I can claim. I've completely traded it. I've just recently, like last week, got a Beast PC. And I traded my Xbox in.
That was an awesome unboxing video you did. I really liked that.
Appreciate that. Make sure y'all check out that link down below. Most of my life I've been a console gamer, just because that's what I could afford. But I did, when I graduated high school, I've got my first gaming laptop. And that's where the PC thing really kind of came into play. And just in recent time, just being able to afford that gaming PC, it's like I never looked back once I got it. So, I mean, console's always gonna have a place in my heart, but I think those days I think that ship sailed for a while. Except Madden, I gotta keep the Xbox for Madden. All my Madden fans out there.
So who knows what the future holds? Like maybe the Scorpio bring you back.
It might. I mean, one thing I found out that I'm really excited about is Madden starting this year is gonna run off of the same engine as Battlefield and Star Wars Battlefront did, which is the Frostbite engine,
right? Rather
than EA's Ignite. So FIFA made that move last year, and FIFA looked really good this year. So with Madden being on that new physics engine and whatnot, I think it can be a lot better. So that might just be enough to bring me back.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
What is your happiest gaming memory?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I know I was pretty excited when I was like real heavy into Destiny, and I got a Last Word exotic handgun. That was pretty crazy. But I don't know. Honestly, probably reaching rank 1 in World of Warcraft in arena PvP.
A lot of effort into that, a lot of hours.
A lot of prep. I mean, the thing about World of Warcraft is like, especially, well, I don't know how about now. This is like Mr. Pandaria. Like, to be good at PvP, like you really, I mean, you had to have good gear, but you had to like know what you were doing. So if you sucked, like there was no like easy way to not suck. Like you just had to learn to be good.
So skill.
Yeah. A lot of it, and that was pretty cool for me. Also streaming, like anytime I stream and just get like a good bit of viewers, that's always like some of my happier moments.
It's nice to have an audience.
Yeah, definitely.
What games are you playing right now?
Well, since I just made the switch to PC, it's kind of like a little bit of everything, but currently at the moment, I'm playing Star Citizen, which is in its alpha right now, so it's a glitchy mess, but I love it. It's awesome. Can't wait for Squadron 42.
I haven't tried it yet, but I think it looks awesome.
It's like you're gonna have to understand. There's gonna be a lot of glitches, but it's an awesome game. I like it. Just a lot of it's you can't really explore the universe too much without a lot of glitches, but like the Arena Commander, like flight combat mode, and the Star Marine, like it's like a Call of Duty type shooter for FPS mode. Those are pretty optimized, but Persistent Universe, I think that's going to get better in 3.0 when Landfall, like you can actually land on planets in real time. There's no loading screens. That's going to be sick. I'm learning Rainbow Six Siege. I suck, but I'm learning it. All of these on PC, by the way. The Division, I played a lot on Xbox One. I'm starting over on PC, so I've been playing a lot of that. Also, World of Warcraft, naturally. And and Ghost Recon Wildland. I played a lot of the beta, and I have a GTX 1080, and that came with Wildland for free. So when that comes out on March 7th, I'll be playing a lot of that too.
Very cool. So in your opinion, what is the best game controller?
Keyboard and mouse.
Keyboard and mouse. Spoken like a true PC gamer.
Yeah, keyboard and mouse all day.
Just that precision you get from the mouse when aiming.
Yeah, it's a whole other world. There's a learning curve, but once you get it, like, you'll never want to go back. Though I mean, I don't know if this counts as a controller. It's more of a peripheral, but I really like my Logitech 3D Pro joystick to fly with. Really.
Yeah, having a good flight stick is really awesome when it comes to
especially a
simulator
game
games.
like that. Yeah. I mean, I want to try. I mean, I played War Thunder in the past with keyboard and mouse, but I want to check it out with the flight stick. It's just a matter of re-downloading.
So I mean, would you use a gamepad for any of your PC games?
Like a controller?
Yeah.
That's what a gamepad is? Probably not.
No.
The only one I can probably say is like if I get NBA 2K or something like that. Like, yeah, that's a sports game, of course. I'll probably.
Like, I've started playing a lot of Steam games, and I'm rolling with an Xbox One controller just because I feel like that's really smooth. When I had my Mac, I was actually using a PS3 controller.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. I don't know. I mean, for me, the biggest thing about playing on PC is the keyboard and mouse.
Like, I know you're not into a lot of fighting games, but I mean, if you
Nah, that I would play a gamepad.
I would think you would have to have something like, you know,
But,
at
like,
least a gamepad or a joystick or something.
See, something like a racing game, I probably would either play that with keyboard or mouse, or I'd get a steering wheel. I wouldn't want to play that with a gamepad.
Yeah, I've never really been able to get into the steering wheel. Nothing's really had the precision for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not much of a racing.
I'm not either.
I mean, the most driving I'll do in a game is like Grand Theft Auto.
I mean, I will get an Xbox One, and I will get an Xbox One just to play Forza on it.
Right.
But like,
The steering
I'm
wheel.
not really into like racing.
Well, I mean, I have my dad. Like, he made his own on his PS4. He plays a lot of Formula One and Gran Turismo and stuff like that. He actually made a full, like, he's got like pedals and everything.
Wow.
Like, he built it from scratch. Like, gaming's not. It's not just me. Like,
So like, what do you mean? Like, you bought the peripherals?
He bought-
like, set it up or something?
He
Like-
bought it and constructed out of like metal and welding and whatnot. Made his own like racing.
I want to see that, man. You gotta,
pretty sick.
You gotta make a video on that sometime, man.
It's pretty sick. I mean, it's pretty cool. I would use it. I don't even think he really uses it like that anymore. I think he didn't like it. I think he said like when he was pressing the gas, it was sliding across the floor, and it just made it. It was to him. I think it was more just the idea of building it than it was actually.
You ever heard of
using
a game called Time Crisis for arcades?
it. Yes.
So yeah, you know, like you press the pedal and you have a light gun
Right,
and shoot, right?
yeah.
So I got a set of light guns and I got a set of pedals,
That
so
would
that
be
I
pretty
could
cool.
play it on a PS1 just like the arcade game.
Yeah, that's I like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have to have you try that out sometime.
We should definitely
Yeah.
make a video on that.
Definitely. Okay, so if you could make your own video game, what would it be? Simple question.
I mean, I've had a few ideas. Like, one of them I actually talked with you about was like a first-person brawler, probably like gang warfare, but no guns. I mean, maybe some guns or whatever, but mostly.
But it's not the focus. The
Mostly,
focus would be
it's like fist fighting, like fighting mechanics.
I'd love to see something.
But
like
open
that.
world, vehicles, all first person. You
See,
can't play in third person.
I would love to see something like that with a multiplayer aspect where you have like different gangs.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, because I mean that's like what gaming is geared towards now. It's pretty much the online player.
Social.
Like, and for me, it would be an MMORPG.
Yeah.
There would be RPG elements, like you would get gear throughout the game.
What I'd like to see is like the original Saints Row. You would drive around and you would tag things.
Mhm.
You know, they did that. Didn't they do that in Grand Theft Auto as well?
They did it in San Andreas.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it was really like
Yeah.
90s hip hop.
So if you had something like that, like what you're describing,
Yeah.
first person. But for me, I had a similar idea for a game like that.
Mhm.
Mine, I was thinking more along the lines of third person, but first person either or.
Right.
What I was thinking about was setting it back in an earlier time period, just so that young people wouldn't have access to certain things they have now, like cell phones and stuff like that. So like if you were gonna agree to meet up with somebody, you would have to control your character in real time and take them to that place.
To the payphone and whatnot.
Yeah,
Right.
so like if you ran late or something like that, you know, you missed something.
Right. No, I mean I think for me, like, if it was ideal, I don't know. First of all, I think that there would be not only different gangs, but different gang types. Like, you know, you have over in London and things like that. Like, you got the guys that fight over soccer games, the hooligans they call them, or no, you know, here you got street gangs, and other places you have mafias, and it would be like that. Like, I think you would play a different class, and within each type of class there would be a different gang. Like different gangs you could join.
Well, I think it'd be kind of interesting if it was a little more realistic from the aspect that like a lot of your gangs that you have are like multiracial gangs.
Yeah, right.
Like you don't have everyone like I'm a mobster from Italy and you know.
No, and I mean that if you know I said it, your character would be completely created by you.
Yeah.
Down to the eye color, facial structure, everything. Like if we're talking my ideal game, like I said, it'd be first person brawler because I've never seen a brawler really in first person. I mean, you could kind of argue that Skyrim's like a melee first person game, but
I agree with you. I don't think they've ever really successfully pulled off like a first person brawl.
Well, and the thing I could say, like the motion and whatnot, like it would look like, see, Star Citizen, when you sit down in a ship, like you actually go through all the motions that you would see in real life. So if you go to flip somebody, it's gonna look like you really flip someone in real life. But you know, it would be the brawler and whatnot, and like I said, it would be RPG aspect. Like you would have to unlock gear.
So you'd have stats, like you progress.
Stats, a leveling system. That would be all.
You could have like a really elaborate combo system for fighting. You know?
Well, exactly, and you know, obviously PC would be Master Race on that game, but it would probably, you know.
You gotta have your console.
I'd want it to be on console as well, but. Yeah, I mean, like, if you were just asking me specifically, my ideal, that would be it.
Very cool. Okay, so what do you perceive to be the biggest problem in the game industry?
People blaming everything on gaming that has nothing to do with it.
So you're the fan base?
I mean, anything in general. Like.
Well, look, I got another question kind of like that, but in your opinion, industry side, developer side, game creator side, what do you think is the biggest problem?
Taking a complete game and chopping it up into pieces and only releasing part of it and then telling me to buy the rest of it as DLC.
So, yeah, I gotcha. So basically, instead of having the full release, you're paying $60 up front, and then you're gonna pay another $20 later.
Well, and like, okay, if all of these things were not in the game or when you originally designed it, then I'm okay with that because this is something you've made all after the fact. But if you
so you're saying day one DLC is what you don't like?
It's not even that. There's day one DLC that's held for months, and I think if you already have that created, it should just be in the game. That's just me personally. I know a lot of people probably have a counter argument for that, and that's cool.
Well, I think what you're trying to say is that if it's not something that needs to be tested, you know, if it's something that's ready to go to market, and you're intentionally holding it off
just to make extra money,
just to make an extra buck,
I think that's ridiculous. And I'm tired of offline games needing online logins. Like if I'm gonna play Mafia 3,
that persistent online,
which is a completely offline game, why do I need to log in to anything? Why do I need to have an internet connection to play an offline game?
Yeah, one of the things I don't like about that is you're treating the customer like they're a criminal. You're acting like they're gonna pirate it right off the bat.
Exactly.
Now, you know, the average consumer isn't trying to crack your game. You know, if I blew $60 on it, you know, I don't need you to monitor me the entire time I play the game.
Exactly.
Just cuts down on the experience.
It's ridiculous, but
so DLC basically and pervasive online things, you know.
Yeah, that's probably the one that makes me the most. It's frustrating.
Gotcha. So, in your opinion, what's a major issue in the gaming community now?
Things getting blamed on video games that have nothing to do with it.
It's the sensationalizing
everything and blaming it on the video games. It's, you know. I mean, gamers in general are, to me, I mean, don't get me wrong, you got your couch surfer, pothead, guys that want to sit home and play GTA all day, and that's fine, but, I mean, for the most part, I think gaming's positive. I mean, look at the positive things here. You got gamers out here like streamers that are, you know, they're working out and losing all this weight, and they're using video games as a platform to help other overweight gamers like, well, if he can do it, I mean, he was 400 pounds 2 months ago, I can do it too. You know, and you got, I mean, gamers are smart, dude. Like, some of these games, like, I look at them like, you gotta be freaking genius to pull some of this off.
Well,
Like,
some of the things that I see are that gaming it breaches the divide.
yeah,
That a lot of different types of people play games. Young
Yeah.
people, old people, people from different communities.
well, and I just hate them saying, like, you know, not to bring up. I mean, I'm just giving an example. I'm not talking about an actual, but you know, if a kid goes to school and, you know, God forbid, but shoots up school, you know, you look at, okay, was he bullied? Was, you know, what was going on at school? What was going on? You don't look at, oh, he played Call of Duty every day. So
I
he
think
shot
the
up
assumption
because of
that just because you play violent video games means you're a violent person.
I hate that.
I think that's.
Well, and I hate people that say, like, oh, well, why would you do that? You know, why would you play a game about that? Well, I can't do it in real life. Like, I don't want to do it in real life. But
People do these kind of activities to unwind, and there is no clear connection between violence and playing violent video games.
I mean, to be honest,
no study has ever shown that.
well,
It's
and the
not
thing is,
real.
because I, like, okay, if I come home after a long day of work and I want to run some innocent people over in GTA, that doesn't mean I have an urge to do it in real life. It's a video game. It's a freaking game.
You
Like,
can
it's-
distinguish between reality.
I know
and
there's
fantasy.
a lot of people that like to pretend their video games are real, and that's cool, but like, dude, just because you ate chicken in Elder Scrolls doesn't mean you're full in real life. And like,
Right.
I understand that there's people that don't get that balance, and I mean, I think there's people that, I mean, I'm not going to tell you that imitation doesn't occur, because like, when I was a kid, like I said, I played a lot of 007. I would go in class and roll out of my seat at 5 years old and, you know, shoot shit, but, you know, I was playing, you know,
Like pretend gun or something.
I knew in real life that I didn't want to kill anybody for real. You know, and listen, I'm not saying that there's people that don't imitate those things, but I don't think they imitate it by actually going out and shooting, you know,
Well,
shooting.
I think mental health is a separate issue.
Yeah, that's a whole
altogether.
thing, and that's what I'm trying to get at.
The lines get blurred and people try to point fingers.
Well, I think everybody wants something to blame stuff on, and I think that's an easy target because, I mean,
Well, I think that's a problem with the news in general, is rather than exploring like a complex solution to a problem where there's not an easy answer, what they'll do is they'll simplify it. They'll try to present an answer so that they act like they've made a good argument for what should be done, when
Exactly.
in fact they're just finding the easy way out.
exactly.
You know, thinking in snippets.
So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But you know, anyone watching video games are not bad.
No.
They're not.
They improve hand-eye coordination and they're fun. Aside from your day job, do you have any interests or hobbies related to entertainment or video games?
I mean, I like the live stream. Obviously, the whole YouTube thing. I do a lot of like, just personally, I like graphic design type stuff, like YouTube thumbnails and stuff like that. But
Yeah, you've done some really great tutorial videos on the channel.
yeah.
And then you made the logo that we're rolling with on YouTube, Facebook, across really all the platforms.
Yes. I mean, it's not something I do, you know, professionally like that. Anyone pays me to do it, but it's something I'm
It's an
interested
interest
in.
in your spare time.
I'm trying to learn to make music too.
I've got an interest in that myself. I've been playing around with my Akai MPK Pro 2,
Yeah.
trying to learn how to use that. And I've got a Korg K oscillator.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just like, I'm just learning to do it just because, I mean, I don't plan on doing it. I just want to know
Any
how to
particular
do it.
software you're rolling with on that right now?
Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops? Very cool. I hear that's like the best thing to use on PC.
Yeah, but I don't have any keyboard or anything like that, so I'm very limited what I can do.
I'll have to let you borrow my Akai sometime.
Yeah, when I learn the program a little better, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Cool.
something to do just to do.
So if somebody's looking for some design work, you're the man to get in touch with, right?
Hit me up. Hit us in the DM.
Check out Evan. All right. So do you have any projects in the works right now?
Pretty much the only thing aside from McGeeTV right now is my personal live stream, which is still a direct McGeeTV live stream, but it's www.twitch.tv/xxscissorp SYZURPXX. Check me out. 50 followers. We're doing a giveaway. Not really sure of what yet, but probably when I hit about 45 and I see that it's coming, or maybe even when I hit 50, we'll do a vote.
We're working together. I got something I can slide your way that you can give out for the giveaway.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But that's just what I'm doing in my personal time now. Playing a lot of World of Warcraft. Actually doing a big stream tonight, which by the time
Check that out.
Division, I was like best gear in the game on Xbox, and I'm a level 10 on PC, so I'm gonna level all the way from 10 to 30 in one sitting, so I could be up till 4 in the morning doing this shit. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I mean, you know, the viewers are kind of few and far between right now, but I just like being live and playing. I stream a lot of Star Citizen too, which that should bring some viewers in, just because it's not a very there's not a lot of guys streaming it at the moment, but for the most part, that's it.
Check out his Star Citizen stream. It is going to be awesome.
Yeah. If anyone wants to get in touch with me as far as my stream, just hit me on Twitter at Scissor Gaming.